Also, I have been doing a bit of research in Australian Direct Marketing Association, ADMA. Now, and this course I found very interesting. So even from our next technology event, we are thinking to adapt the same, so people will be know more about the things, and we will actually be everything. We give the hands out, we make sure that these things are covered up. That's the whole plan. So here, the scope of digital marketing. What are the scopes now? The behaviors or demographics of Australian, what they are using, how they are using, what will benefit in small business. That's one of the scope of digital marketing. And other one is the second, which is developing a website, production process and usability. Now, getting the website is one thing, and getting your right website is another thing, right? Everyone these days, they have a website. I mean, it's not just an information tool, but it should be one of your lead generation tool. And I would focus here is website is not just one way. It's not just website is not giving me a lead. I never get it, but that's not the way. There are 32 lead generation technique, but website is one of the technique. But if you do the website in right way, there is plenty of people here, plenty of people we can see in the small business who are highly involved in the website, which means more result driven and generating the leads. Now that's what this is the pair. And other one is testing types and methods, essential web analytics. So again, here I thought we will be covering, but next time we will be discuss more about search engine and social media optimization. So what does that search engine and what are the implementation, how even like next time Ian will share his experience. I would love to welcome Ian about how he did it and share the tools with us, because even the search engine we can do by yourself as well, but it's just a matter of time. Because there are so many things involved in search engine. One is you have to list, either you have to send it to the free directories. Like if you are in wine, of course you can send to wine people like free directories place, or if you have a different, depending upon where your business or what your business is. So there are a lot of the directories. So that's one of the very, very good clue. So you have to find the directories and submit that. But if you are involving, which we will have to do, then we will submit all the submission in your related directories and linking back to your website, which means you have the more visibility that people can search your website. And like it's not just google.com, but it's google.ca, and or if you are targeting, let's say, Asia Pacific, then also there are Google India or Google China, Google Hong Kong, so we can submit. So there are thousands and thousands of places where we can submit your website and make your website more result oriented. Yeah?
So to be absolutely clear here,
yep,
the role that you can provide is optimization. Once people have got sorted the marketing, targeting of search words and things on their business, so they've got their marketing techniques done up front.
Yes.
Okay, so who can supply that front end if people can't do it themselves?
It is very nice question, Mike. I mean, last time as well I was tried, and that's why the reason in our newsletter, if you like, I will send our newsletter, which we have published for this month. Same question. I have tried all the points, so because it's a less time, we don't have too much time today, but I would love to cover that, and definitely it is something. Not like web experts, we can't say what your marketing is right or what you're wrong. You have to, of course, you have to involve marketing person where you are targeting, right? Definitely. I mean, you have to segment your market. Suppose if you are targeting for the small business, definitely. Or if you are targeting for B2B, then it's a different story, right? Again, you have to liaise with your marketing expert and see what are the campaigns where you are targeting. Suppose if say in whiskey, where you are targeting, it is a gift or there are a lot of things. So the whole idea here is we work in a closely manner with your marketing team. If you have, otherwise you have to get back to us saying, hey, like in a Maxine's place, like we were doing the search engine for Maxine and KMT. Now what they did is that fantastic. They have just gone on a survey. They have spent a whole pretty much half of the time finding out all the necessary keywords, because I'm not sure what your keyword will work, because you are the expert in your industry. right? I can't say, hey Paul, look, this is fantastic. I can't say, Mark, look, this for the conveyancing and legal, this is fantastic. Right? It is my view, but it's not. It may not work. Or even I can say, Chris, look, financial planning, this is the way, but it may not be right. So the search engine is something, it should come from your side to us, and then we will be able to say, hey, look, the article which you have present, these have got a bang, 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 these keywords, and we will have some robots to check out all the keywords, and we will place that into the place.
I've got a question, because you know that I've got a problem with my search for day spas. If you take something like my business, and this is where it's a bit difficult to know what to do, because I have so many emails of different people asking me where I want to be on Google. You know, to get onto Google, you've got to pay more. And we talked about that, and we said the keywords would get me a fairly good position on Google. The problem is, with my business, most of our words, our keywords are all the same. You know, it's, if I put in massage, everybody's putting in massage. If I put in...
So if your keywords are exactly the same, what's the issue?
Well, then you've got to pay.
Yes,
you've got to pay.
At the end of the day, you've got to pay, don't you?
Now, again, now very...
But then you go back to the same thing.
Now, how about, let me ask one question. How about, as you mentioned, okay, day spa, how about if we say, Norwood, or we have to always narrow searches, right? We can't like keep the whole world, right? We can't say, okay, I'm doing the, you know, some business like real estate or anything, like we can't target. We have to narrow search. Then Google, the best thing is Google, or the worst thing is it will narrow search you. Like we have to, our main focus is not the day spa in America, day spa in Melbourne. There are plenty, and people are really, because I have had a meeting with another one of my corporate clients. He was also focused on, you know, Google, but he had no idea where to target. I mean, you have to target. We have to do the better result is the narrow search, because then we can, let's say,
sure, know it, but then if I go into Google and
Google,
Coco, if you put in Google and you want a day spa in Adelaide, there are so many other day spas ahead of me.
Yes.
So therefore, they're paying.
Yes.
They would be paying. They have to pay.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to get at the end of the day, to get my position on Google, I basically got to pay.
Yes. No, yes. You are very right.
Keywords really.
No,
you don't have to pay much though.
No, sorry, Ken, just to interrupt. Yes, of course, you need to pay.
I'm just trying to get...
There is two things involved. Let me be very clear. There's two things. One is organic search, right? Which means next time I will be showing more. Organic means like it comes naturally.
Yeah.
Right. Your website is more friendly to that, and it's not just the web designer. It's not about you. It's all about your content. How good your content. Like Ian, isn't it? I mean, you have changed, like, you know, Forex Live to Go. You have changed a lot of things in a past week, haven't you?
Everything.
Absolutely. And the reason actually is because you have analyzed your competitor, correct? You have found out what works in Google, correct?
Yes.
That's the way. That is the way. You can't just, you know, that's how we always should tell, like, do the narrow search, and of course your content should work. And there's two things. Leslie is very right. Let's be clear.
So there's organic.
One is organic, one is you have to pay, right? Pay per click, PPC, which we say. Now PPC is the Google Analytics campaign. So the more you pay, the better it will be. Suppose if you have an alcoholic, or if you have any industry, of course there's a very high competitor, or even in real estate, because people pay, like, you know, in a week they pay 3 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand, whatever.
It's like advertising.
Right, like advertising, very correct. Now, our main aim is to do organically, though it takes time, but now in our newsletter, even at the bottom, or even I was about to show, we guarantee, now we have, because of some analytics, some techniques, and because of few in-house experts, now we have also guaranteed, not only just we do the search engine, but the search engine is such a way, it's just like, you know, going to gym every day, right? You won't go to gym 1 month, and then after that, look, come on, what happened? Yeah, you have to go you have to maintain it. So same work with search engine as well. You have to maintain your website. It's not just one time. If you do $500 or $1,000, my website comes now. That's not right. So there's either way, even if you use Google Analytics or even if you use organic, you have to maintain. Now also we have just introduced last month only, we maintain search engine. Not we just provide the search engine campaign, but we maintain in the best price for our customers. So that's the whole thing. And also we guarantee for 3 months. If it hasn't worked in 6 month time, give us a 6 month and your target keywords, we will guarantee that. If we can't provide, we will refund it back. For the 3 months, we will refund it back. That's also, we have guarantees. So this is the way how it is going. And of course, and some of my clients also, they have invested heavily in the Google Analytics. The time they pay, it will come up. The time they stop, bang. Praveen, what happened? Oh, it's not coming. Oh, what happened? I said, man, it's nothing to do with the website, right? Website is the same website. It was stopped, but you were using Google Analytics. There, and it was coming, it was showing it is top. But how we are focused is to do organic search.
Sorry.
Right?
You mean Google pay-per-click?
Sorry?
Google pay-per-click. Google
No. We pay for Google for that advertisement. Google Analytics, which we say. So you pay for the
Google Analytics. It just tells you how your website.
Yes, Google Analytics, Google campaign, Google advertised campaign. Yes.
Right. So it's a Google campaign, not Google
yes.
Analytics.
Yes.
Right.
Google advertising campaign. All right. Now, sorry guys, we are running out of the time. Is there anything otherwise we need to close really?
Can I just answer with practical experience a question about who front-end loads the meta tags and the keywords for searches? I don't know the answer to your question, but I know who not. Historically, do not go to a web designer, the same web designer company that actually designed the content of your pages. It's not, I cannot explain anything other than anecdotally, it just doesn't work. You've got to do that yourself.
Why do you not
So that means
Probably,
David looked at my website and he helped me with my
yeah,
keywords.
can you answer that? Is that
Now, okay. Now, one thing, everyone is not expert in
It's
all.
all confusing.
No. Let's be.
Comment about your website.
Sorry, Praveen, could you answer that? Is
Yes,
that
yes.
right?
Now, the only comments I could say is everyone is not expert in all the things, right? And especially here in Australia, as Damien said, we are just in the learning phase. We shouldn't say we are so expert like our competitor, right? That's also because how we guarantee, I have hardly seen anyone in the Adelaide, right, who is guaranteed a search engine. That's how, because the confidence how we develop is because of the expert, because of how we have done on few other websites and what the result we have shown. And it won't be happen like overnight. It won't be happen in a 1 month, 2 months. It naturally takes a time. But and we have found out such a live portal as well, because we have doing a partnership with another company, and they give a live portal, so you can see where they have submitted and how the results are coming on a live update. It's not just like something. It just you can measure every day, every second.
Yeah.
So that's my answer actually. So because people and you are very true, because people when they design, they say, fantastic. Look, and your marketing team, if you involve, they say, no, your website content is structured.
So the answer to the question, Praveen, so that I'm absolutely clear here, is that you can do both. You can
Yes.
design and do SEO
Yes.
in-house. So that
Yes.
what Paul is saying is actually not correct as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell only what I do, right? I can't say what other companies are doing, but in terms of what Paul is saying, he is correct, because people who design, they may not expert, because everyone people will not be perfect in everything.
Right. And
Right.
do you use an external SEO?
What's that?
An external SEO expert?
Not extra. We have in-house as well as I just mentioned, we have partnership with another big company for to use their system, right? We have our experts, but to use few live system, we have use a partnership. So we even pay them for a long run. For the one-time establishment, there's no problem. We can do for the long run, for every month-to-month campaign. Then we have to do something different, which we have named as Search Engine Booster. So Search Engine Booster is basically, and once we implement that booster, then we will 100% guarantee like this is things come. But it again doesn't go for the wide search, it goes for narrow search. Suppose if they are signing only the McLaren Vale or Barossa wine, then definitely it should come to you. If you say focusing on Norwood real estate, then it will come. Not like real estate in Adelaide. If Kenny is saying, look, Praveen, I'm happy to spend 10 grand here, 30 grand, 50 grand, I can't do, or no one can do. That's my knowledge. They can say, I have no problem, we can do it, we can do, no problem, we will send you a report. But the fact is, it's very unlikely, I should say.
Just getting to Leslie's point, I've just done a search on Day Spa Norwood, Leslie comes up third on the web and fourth on the web, with Norwood and North Adelaide.
Yeah, I do when you go into.
Yeah. So the two companies that are above aren't necessarily Norwood based, are they? So how did they get that spot, that number? Because that's what above
For
is.
her.
And how much extra are they paying? That's the point, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
well,
let
it's
me
hard because there's so many people coming at me
Where about?
getting a
There's
position,
Spa.
and you
There's
don't know.
Leslie, and
Okay.
there's the two packages. Highlighted.
See, now
What have
that's
they
what.
done?
Now these two, very glad point you mentioned, Ken. These two are actually they have paid that,
Yeah.
right? These two, because if we are going in that campaign, I will involve another third party, but we can't 100% guarantee. That's what I have again talk with another, because he was paying $100 per week, but another have bid for $200, $300.
See,
Right?
I wouldn't pay just to go on top there because
Nah,
I'm on the
there's
front
no point.
page. But my problem is if I Google day spa,
Here,
I'm on
second.
about the 4th page.
Now you are here in second.
No, that's
You are
based
No,
on Norwood.
You are
that's
first.
Norwood.
That's Norwood.
That's Norwood. What I'm saying is, I have overseas people that Google, right? So if
See,
you're
and-
Googling Adelaide,
Yeah.
day spa, I'm on about the 4th or the 5th
Okay,
page.
now fantastic. Yeah, I'm with you. The reason actually is in our website only it is friendly with day spa Norwood because it captures all the Norwood thing. Now if you put Adelaide more, definitely it will come, right? But there is a way how to approach that. It's not just putting the keywords, but we have to linking back with everything. As I mentioned before as well, it's all about narrow search. If we can't just
So you're number one in your zone.
Yeah,
but people
but
don't.
I am there, but I'm just talking about anybody who's out of Adelaide, and you get a lot of people that get vouchers online, because it's online. They buy for other people in Adelaide, so they go Adelaide. I don't come up.
now.
We need to go.
Yes, Leslie, I will be more than happy to sit with you, and we can go through your keywords. That's the best way to go. And yes, that is only the best way to go. All right. No worries. Sorry, we would like to close the meeting. Is there anything we would like to discuss before we close it?
Let's discuss outside of.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Mike. Good idea. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers, cheers.
Well done, Mike.
Sorry, Chloe. You said that Ian, what was it, Ian?
Sorry?
You said Ian,
Jolly good talk then.
Not Ian, very our Ian.
sorry? Oh, you meant Ian here, not somebody external.